Hello, Pisces. I'm gonna do a kind of how to get through the holidays little reading, or a holiday prep reading, I guess I could say. I might do a more in-depth one. I don't know if I should offer them as personal readings or if I should maybe just do some kind of extended one. Got Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Let's see. Oh, looks like some of you might be having to defend a little something deep into the holidays. Looks like through this eclipse, you guys may have had to deal with some emotional setbacks, maybe. Moving into Sag season, I see a little bit of impatience. I know this is a hard work card, but I also see it as someone who's really wanting to reap the harvest of their labor way too soon. Need patience. That can be difficult in Sag energy because Sag loves to expand and conquer so much so fast. Sometimes it can get exhausting. I do have King of Swords here, reverse. I wanted to come out with that. I think some of you guys may be dealing with an overpowering intellect, or someone in your life who has an overpowering intellect, and that might be why some of you guys are dealing with a kind of battle as you go into December and the end of the year. Now, I want to tell you guys when the Sag energy peaks so you have an idea of what this is, okay? Venus enters Sag on the 16th. Mercury enters Sag on the 17th. The Sun enters it on the 22nd. That is master numbers, 11, 22, 22. And then the new moon is also going to be in Sag on the 23rd. And Jupiter goes direct in Pisces on the 23rd. Then Neptune goes direct on Pisces on the December 3rd. That kind of, it's supposed to be a real fun, bubbly energy by the Thanksgiving here in the US, okay? And then when you see even Neptune going direct in Pisces, it can be kind of a dreamy, I feel like it should be helpful. But if you guys are dealing with either an overpowering intellect or someone in your life who is really thinking or saying too much, opinion bully comes to mind. I had mentioned this on maybe 2 other readings, so you might want to check your astro macros, your sun, moon, rising, and then of course you can always check your Venus. I just got done watching part of, I didn't get to finish it, but the Crappy Childhood Fairy, I think, is a YouTube channel, and she just posted a thing about opinion bullies, which I think is perfect to get ready for the holidays. For anybody that has to deal with any narcissistic family members, even coworkers or employers, these people have the tendency to kind of try to pressure you into only seeing their side, right? And that's what that might look like. Some of you may even be bracing for that before you go see family for the holidays. Oh, so sad. I hate that when you think about how wonderful this energy could be with the right people. Now, if you guys went through this during the eclipse, I think some of you guys might have also. This just, to me, looks like a lot of impatience, Some of you may have actually kind of been a little bit temperamental or moody because you want so bad for everything to come to fruition now. You may have long-term plans, long-term goals, see the light at the end of the tunnel, but it's like you want the end of the tunnel to be now. You want it to be yesterday. And you can't rush these things, guys. And I know y'all know that, but sometimes you just need someone to say it so you can, take a deep breath and accept that this is the time of year where things start to go dormant and rest. It's a time for a lot of reflection. It is also a time of celebration. Getting that on the bottom of the deck, I also feel like this is a bit of impatience, Upright, this is someone who really cherishes and values the hard work they've put into everything and is very independent. This can be codependency, okay? And that's not healthy for anyone, right? Okay, maybe we should, I know, I always do this. I'll pull some Druid cards before we do some clarifying. Maybe they can help us with energy and understand what's going on. Got that at the bottom of the deck. That's Enchantment and the Gateway. Okay, wow, I've gotten each of these cards to different people, and both of these are upright, which is great, which is another reason why you might want to check your astro macros. We've got the crane and we've got the cat. They're both upright, which is wonderful. Now this is patience. Actually, both of these. Wow, okay. The more I see this reading, seeing this, I'm like seeing someone's impatient. This is calling for extreme patience, okay? And what's weird about it is this one is almost like not only are you being patient, but you know your worth. Like you're not going to let, like it talks about it in the cards, in the, the guidebook or whatever, how a cat can even look at a king. There's no way, okay? I have a bunch of cats. I could take any one of my cats and I could go bring in a president or a king or, some of the richest people in the world. My cats won't give two shits. You ain't special to them. They're not any better than they are. They know that that no matter who you are, you're no better than them. And like that's what this is like, right? It's like patience, but knowing no one else is better than you. It also judging in your own time. It's kind of like not like you're like looking down on people, but it's more like, oh, okay, this is what you say it is. We'll see about that. It's kind of like, maybe that's how you'll feel as you go into the holidays, as you reunite with people or family, coworkers, what have you. You may feel like a little defensive. And I think, and this can be a card of like, winning at all costs. It can be a card of fighting and actually backfiring. But I think sometimes it's a bluff. Like it's really more like trying to prevent anything from happening, like standing your ground before there's even a reason to, just so that you can try to prevent someone from opening their mouth and hurting you, right? And this seems like being a little patient about it. Now this is also like watching and peering for hours and hours before you dart at your prey. Some of you may actually feel like you're going to have to stand your ground over the holidays. You know what I'm saying? And maybe the patience factor is kind of bothering you. If any of you have a new relationship or are forming one, you may not be ready for a family to get involved and start telling you how they feel or, instigating or interjecting their opinions and trying to force it on you. And you might need to be patient and not expect people to understand your journey at this time. You can't impose your journey on other people. You can't make them see things your way, but you also don't have to sell out and, let them intimidate you or, and I don't think you will by looking at this. I just think part of the lesson you're learning over this season is the patience. I think you haven't been and you probably won't be even all the way up until like the U.S. Thanksgiving Day, so in November. But I think you're eventually going to learn that you're going to have to stand up for yourself and gain a deeper perspective of patience. Okay, let's see. Actually, let me flip that so it's on the bottom of the deck too. Wow, look at that. For some reason, I'll pull that out too. Okay, you guys got to stop. When major, I've got a strength under that. I can't do this. It's just too much. Okay, Chariot. I think some of you will be traveling for the holidays, but it may not necessarily be like real far out in the world. I feel like it might actually be more like FaceTiming, talking on the phone. If you do travel, I feel like I don't feel like there's something's going to be canceled. Something's not what you wanted it to be. I already feel that. But I will say, you see this King and Queen of Cups? You see how like they're both looking in different directions. Like they're both wondering, he's crying. And she's a bit clinging, but she looks a little bit more hopeful. And then having the Two of Swords reversed, that's kind of like, in traditional where you're kind of blindfolded, and it's kind of like, with it reversed is confusion. It may be too much going on at once, and it's just a little bit hard to absorb it all. And then you've got the Ten of Wands reversed. That might be, usually that's, Ten of Wands is like having a lot of burdens you're carrying, but when it's reversed, it might be avoiding responsibility or accountability. It might be kind of escapism, which Pisces, negative aspected can be escapism, can't it? You know, so you guys gotta watch out for that. Let's see. So what can we know of making this holiday season better, guys? We want to have some good news, don't we? Even if we have to be a little defensive, and even if some things are kind of not going the way we wanted or in the timing we wanted, how can we make the most of it? Tell us why this Five of Swords is here and the King of Swords is here, and how we can make it better. Navigate it with the most grace and tact possible for the highest good of all. I think some of you have a beautiful romance blooming, but if it doesn't happen overnight, it may be difficult to focus on family, especially if you have negative family who's always telling you what to do. Okay. Let's see. Got 10 of Summer at the bottom of the deck, which is beautiful. Got the Sun. Okay, that's like 10 of Cups, okay? That is wonderful, wonderful family celebration. So I think the family celebration is there. It's just you may be having some things that's at the forefront of your mind. You know what I mean? That you're going to have to face. But the Sun is also there. You have that hope. You have that beauty just waiting for you. Let's see. We do have the Four of Winter, which is like Four of Swords. And we have the Five of Spring, which is like Five of Wands reversed. Which is like the same, well, that's the swords and that's wands, but it's the same concept of conflict, you know? I mean, this is like winning at all costs. And then like when you see the Five of Wands, everyone's just battling. I mean, that's it upright. Everyone's just, but see, what I think is funny about the fairy version is unlike the traditional one, look how they're almost like smiling. Like they're enjoying the fight. It's like play fighting. Not all of you, but some of you probably have either coworkers or you actually have family that is like somewhat dysfunctional. Like this is how it is every holiday. Like they have to win it. I've had family like this in the past where I've actually seen my own father and his siblings and then his father like raising their voices at holidays. And then when my sweet, dear, sweet grandmother, God bless her soul in heaven, would be like, y'all quit arguing. He'd be like, we're not arguing, we're debating. Do you have any of those in your family for the holidays? Like they actually enjoy the rivalry. They enjoy the conflict, right? So that just may be some stuff y'all have to deal with. Boo. But at least you have that. I would just focus on that, you know. Even if you have some people in your family that are kind of, you may also have the beautiful ones. You just focus on those, you know. My grandmother was such a jewel. God, I miss her. Let's see. Four of Winter, yeah, because that's like the rest is like the tomb and the traditional tarot. It's like this guy on the cold, sad, and trying to rest. How can you? It's so hard to sleep when you're freezing, right? Yeah, I think it's going to go either way, and in a way it's up to you. You get to make that choice. Do you want to get in it and wallow with the pigs in the verbal mud, you know? Or do you want to enjoy this sweet celebration? I think the reason why Spirit is showing this to me to show to you is because if you're having a hard time manifesting the life that you want, you know, and you have this like this love situation that is taking a little bit longer than you like because getting the World reversed and then the Chariot, I feel like you may have a budding romance that is just not where you want it yet. And you know, that's where your heart wants to be. And then you're like, okay, now I got to go see family and I'm going to hear all the yeah. And all I really want is love. So you may have to just focus and cling to the people or the situations in your life that do radiate that higher vibe, that warm love vibe, so that you can get through it, you know. So let's pull one card from the Good Tarot and see what wonderful meditative type of guidance they give us so we can get something positive out of this. We want something good, don't we, guys? I like this deck because it'll give us something good. I know they will. I kind of want to give me two. And usually I just try to get one because I like to actually read it. Wow, I got the Sun again. And I got the Queen of Earth. Wow, that's so beautiful. Look at these gorgeous cards. Oh, I don't know if y'all noticed, but I did not turn on the ring light this time. And I tried to pull the thing back more just so you I have to like manually turn it on and off because my remote thing sucks. But you can see the cards a little bit, you know. And then you can see like the light doesn't reflect on them, so you can see how beautiful they are. But anyway, I want to go over these with y'all because I want to leave you guys with some inspiration. You know, I don't like all doom and gloom messages, even if we do have to face some of the dark shadow work, especially this time of year. People do a lot of shadow work, but we want to have something to look forward to. Okay, the Sun is abundance. At this time, everything is possible and everything I need to know is illuminated. Projects come to fruition, relationships flourish, and my growth is assured. This is a time of plenty. It's important that I share this abundance with others. I am deeply grateful. That is so beautiful. I love it. It's perfect for the holidays. I just love that, how both of the suns have these sunflowers. Okay, and then we have the Queen of Earth. Let's find that one. Okay, that is so beautiful. Practical and grounded, trustworthy, earthy, resourceful, a gardener who tends to what has been planted. Do you remember what I told you guys about patience, okay? Don't be impatient to harvest your fruit of this relationship or situation. Okay, here are this gives you positive affirmations that you can say to yourself. You could write this down, put it on your mirror with a dry erase marker, whatever, so you can try to recreate or actually create, you know, the future that you want. That's for the highest good of everyone, right? I am committed, down to earth, and clear about my goals. That might actually help some of you if you get too high up in the Piscean energy, to remind yourself to be grounded. I am honest as I work with others to keep it real and be true to what we are doing and the challenges before us. I use all my resources wisely, whether they are finances, opportunities, or people willing to help me in my endeavors. So anyway, if you actually focus on some of those things, it might help you get through this time where you can focus on the warm sun energy, the love, you know, instead of those people, petty people in your life that might be arguing, especially if you've had a little bit of frustrations in your personal life. You don't want to let that bring you down, or don't let people, you know, who are lower vibe kind of like instigate and pick and poke at you just because you have stuff you're trying to bring to fruition on your own. You have people that want to support you too. And so long as you keep your focus and set those intentions, you know, and keep them set. New Year's going to be here before you know it, guys. I kind of want to do some readings. I don't know if I told you yet, with the Akashic Tarot for those who really want to level up. But it's pretty intense work. It's deep soul work. So like and subscribe, guys, if you want. I love you. Bless you. Until next time.